Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina and this video is going to be all about my 6 to 9 month baby products. I currently have almost a 10-month-old. I just made my other video, my 3 to 6 month video of all those products, so I'm trying to catch up and make this video as quickly as I can. So I'm finishing up a few of my baby series videos so that I can start making the content that I really love, which is around self-love and perfectionism. Not that baby videos are not related to self-love and perfectionism. Honestly, these products have made my life so much easier. I am a solo parent. My husband works away on a cruise ship and I am here alone most of the time with him. So if I don't know what self-love is as a mom, these products have really helped me with that, giving myself more time, less stress, and that is what self-love is, right? So let's get into it. These are my 6 to 9 month baby products that I have loved. So my other videos were broken up into categories. I'm going to keep that very consistent and make it very clickable. This video, just to preface, my son is sleeping, so we will try to get through this as quickly as possible. So my first category is going to be sleep. So if you are interested in anything more in depth about sleep, what crib we use and things like that, make sure to watch the other videos, because obviously we aren't changing cribs or mattresses or sheets or anything like that. Within this age range, it pretty much stays the same. So the only different things and new things we've introduced has been the Hatch. So the Hatch is a sound machine strictly for kiddos, and we were using the ALEXA and using brown noise, which is what I spoke about I think in my 0 to 3 month video, and it was working for a great amount of time, really good amount of time. Then we moved him to his own room, and then the ALEXA would stop on its own, and then he would wake up. And that's not great. So we were like, what can we do to avoid him waking up, because it keeps stopping. This like loop that we're trying to play through Amazon Music is just not working. So we ended up getting the Hatch and we have loved it so far. There's a lot of features that I just haven't dug into yet, but I'm excited to explore, especially once he gets older. You can set it to where it changes colors and changes the tune when it's like time for them to get up. So I love that, and I'm definitely going to be utilizing that in the future. I haven't even scratched the surface, but so far it doesn't turn off, and it comes on at the same time every day, and I can link it up to my ALEXA and tell her to play it. So that's what matters right now, and making it super easy for us. Sorry, I'm currently going through like a hair crisis. Yeah, I'm sure you know, if you're a mom, all your postpartum hairs are growing back and it's just weird. Anyway, the next thing for sleep we have loved has been the Halo sleep sacks. I'll show you one. So this is one of the ones that he's using. I'll zip it up so you can see it. It's just, it looks like this. It's pretty long. It's a 12-month one. We love them. I love them for the summer. So he used to use the guana, I still don't remember the name, but it's from the last video, 3 to 6 months, and he loves them. These are a little bit thinner, really good for the summer and spring months. So he'll be using those moving forward until it gets cold again, and then who knows, he may not need a sleep sack, or he may get ones with like the footies. So still not really sure about what we're going to use in the future, but really loving the Halo sleep sacks right now. And the last thing I'll say about sleep, because a lot of the sleep things that we have been using is in the other videos, but I cannot say enough about having a routine. If you do not have a nighttime routine with your baby that is consistent, it's really hard for them to feel comfortable going to sleep, and they'll have a hard time going to sleep. So having a routine has literally made it a life-changing experience, because he's actually a pretty good sleeper right now. I know a lot of people go through sleep regressions, and he did go through some slight sleep regressions, but looking back, it was nothing compared to what I was reading about about you know, kids up all night wanting to feed like 5 times a night. Like, he did not do that. Even for this sleep regression that he just had, it only lasted a couple of days. I tried a couple of methods that I read about in the Happy Sleeper book, which is in my last video, and he was done. He understood that it was time to go to sleep, and he knows exactly when bedtime is. He knows the steps that I'm going to take, and just the more consistent you are, the better. So a routine, I can't say enough about routines for kids and the structure. Not like too structured, keep it kind of flexible because #life, but having a routine for them to count on is crucial. Okay, this category is going to be a big one. It's feeding. So looking at my phone here, the first thing that we got for this period, because he started solids back at 6 months, we've been doing baby-led weaning, which some of my resources that I've been using are in my last video, so you can hop over there. But we have been using this little glass cup. We got them in a pack of 6 on Amazon, and I'll link them below. But if you're thinking like, why are you giving a baby a glass cup? So the Hapa Family YouTube channel recommended getting real plates, real cups, real cutlery, because you get them used to using these things, and this is real stuff. If it falls and breaks, that is the Montessori way of teaching them about real things in the real world. So these actually don't break very easily. They're tempered glass, and they have little ridges on the outside, so it's really easy for him to grip it. He has loved this cup, and he has just, his skills of drinking from a cup are amazing me. So he can like pick it up by himself and drink it. He's working on putting it back down, but he can hold it all by himself, and he's working on how far to push it up. So love this set of 6, and I'm glad we got the real cups. He also has a stainless steel cup and a few other cups that I introduced at 9 months, one with a straw, but the other cup that he's been using kind of more out and about, sorry, oh my god, things are on my face, is the Munchkin cup. This is so popular. It's a 360 trainer cup. First of all, me and my husband couldn't figure out how to use it. We were like, what's happening? It won't work. You have to physically like suck it, and it comes out of these like little holes underneath the silicone thing. So they hold on to it, and this doesn't spill. So that's why it's really great for on the go. I keep it in the diaper bag, or just have it around the house, where I can be like, hey, Ollie, you want some water? You want some water? And he'll drink from this. So this has been great. We will transfer to a water bottle eventually, but this is working really well for this stage, so I love it. Along with utensils, we did use these in the beginning, the Infant Self. I think that's the brand. If not, I'll link it below. It's the little fork. Let's see if I can do this the cool way. It's a little fork, and there's a spoon that goes with it as well. These were great in the beginning because he could kind of hold on to them and self-feed. He still uses these most of the time, but we've been transferring to like bigger spoons and forks, or the real spoons and forks is what I'm talking about. Mostly just spoons. We're not really using forks. If he does use a fork, it's this one. But yeah, I liked these in the very beginning because it made it really easy, and we used both on either side, which we saw from the Health Nut Nutrition videos. And yeah, we loved these. He's kind of growing out of them now, so we are moving forward with other things, and he really likes to hold things with his hand. We're really exploring with our hands right now, and not so much utensils, so still trying to push him towards that. The bibs that we are using the mushy bib, and I actually had a little bit of an issue with the mushy bib and all of their suction plates and cups. The suction plates do not actually suction to the Stoke high chair, which is what we have, the tray. And our table, for some reason, I think the paint on the dining room table like doesn't allow it to suction. So we've had a really hard time with mushy products just in general, but the customer service with them has been great. So we do have the little pocket bib one. It ripped at the back, which is something I saw on a review after putting it in the dishwasher, which it is dishwasher safe, and they are sending us a new one. So that is a good reassuring thing for me as a new mom. It's like those products are not cheap, I will say, and they will replace it for free if that happens, because it's not supposed to happen. So we do love our mushy bib, our pocket bib, but it did rip. However, they're replacing it. So that's kind of our only thing about the bib. The other bib that we have is an apron bib, so it clasps here, or it's elastic on the wrists, and then it velcros up the back, and it has a pocket as well, and it's really pliable, so like it's not hard silicone or anything. It's like a smock. So that like covers up his whole body, especially if he's eating like yogurt or something. It's perfect for that. Doesn't get all over his clothes, and he can just be as messy as he wants. So I'll link that below. I think it's like Twinkle Star. I feel like I'm making that up. And like I said, we do have these Stoke high chairs. So I love it. It's really easy to clean. The tray is detachable. I will say adjusting the straps, which we don't have to do very often, is really hard. It's really hard. I think as it's really new, and obviously like it should be hard because the kids shouldn't be able to get out, which is great. But that is my only thing about it. And we don't always buckle him up because he can't really like stand up right now. He is starting to do that, so we are gonna have to keep him, you know, in there. But we do love it. It's ergonomic, so it has the footrest, and it's made of wood, and you can take the the tray off and pull it right up to the table. It will grow with your baby, so you can take the little strappy thing off and it becomes just a seat, and then it turns into an adult seat. So you can have it for like the rest of your kid's life, which is why I love it so much. It's not something that they can grow out of and then you have to figure out where to store it. So it can grow with them, and you just adjust the footrest as you go. Love this high chair. I can't say enough things about it, but we are gonna have it for a very long time, and it blends in with our furniture, which I love as well. Along with cleaning and mess, we got a splat mat. We got this one on Amazon, and it's just a gender neutral print. It has grippies on the bottom. It's really easy to clean, so I'll just like take it, put it underneath the high chair, scoop it up and dump it and rinse it in the sink. And then if it needs a good clean, I'll just chuck it in with the rest of the laundry, like the towels or something, or I'll do a rinse cycle real quick, and that'll usually clean it up really well. But it's been really nice to be able to have something underneath that I can just lift off and not have to go individually on the floor and pick everything up. And it's like sturdy enough where it's not just like flopping all over the place. So we really love this brand. I forgot what it was, but I'll put a picture of it here. For our bottles, because we have been incorporating more formula as he has aged from 7 months on. I have been slowly weaning off of breastfeeding. I'm officially done. When he hit about 9.5 months, I was completely weaned off of breastfeeding, and it was a very emotional and trying time for me. I thought I was going to be a lot more emotional about it, but I actually was more emotional about the fact that I couldn't feed my son and I was struggling to make milk. I'm going to make a whole video on my breastfeeding journey, but if you're in this boat with me, I feel you. So that's why we have incorporated more formula. So we're using more bottles. So we have the Boone drying rack. I'll put a picture of it here. And we love it. We use it for not only his bottles, but all of his other little things like his cups and utensils and all of that. And we don't have the tree thing yet, so I want to get one of those because I didn't think we'd be using so many bottles, but I would like to get the attachable tree to hold all the little like nipples and smaller pieces. So that's a wish list thing. And then the other thing that I have loved is our travel drying rack, which we brought to Florida. Wow, I loved this thing. It was a random brand, not like the most popular thing on Amazon, but I love it. It's like about this big, and you put all the little sticks in the little holes once it's open, and it has a brush that comes with it, and like a good solid long brush and a detail brush that's inside of it, which we have on the counter at all times, and that's like our bottle brush. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I use the brush every day for our bottles, so I didn't have to buy a separate one, and we keep the travel one away for when we use it. But it was so helpful in Florida, and I'll make sure to link that one below. loved it. So convenient foods, like I said, we have been doing baby-led weaning, so a lot of real foods. I'm handing him like sticks of vegetables, everything off my plate that's low salt and low sugar, not processed, and he has been loving it. It has been kind of a journey. He's not too interested in food at the moment, but we are still trying, being consistent, and that is what counts, and showing him that I'm eating as well, and we enjoy it. We love eating over here. Other than that, we are incorporating a few pouches and organic, no sugar added applesauce we just incorporated, and then the Serenity Kids pouches. Love this brand. The ingredients are so clean, and they have them at Wegmans, at Target, really anywhere where you can find baby food, and they have like they're white pouches with a picture of an animal on it or a vegetable, but so clean and so delicious, and he loves these things. So I definitely recommend this brand if you're looking for really clean, convenient pouch food. And the last thing I'll say about feeding is I felt in the beginning that I had a good grasp on it based on my resources, but I wanted to look for something a little bit deeper of how to prep things, like really the nitty-gritty details of what I was doing, because I was doing it by myself after my husband left, and I felt really uncomfortable, and I was going to be really tired and not want to prep all this stuff. So I invested in a bundle package through the brand Solid Starts. I love this brand. Everything about this brand, all the resources they provide through the bundle. It was $99, and you got all of these videos to watch, basically a course on baby-led weaning and introducing real foods is what they focus on. And the history of eating. They have a couple of 2-hour webinars on there, and then all of these downloadable PDFs as well, like a template for meal planning for them, a budget-friendly plan, on 100-day allergen-free plan, like first 100 days. They have 75 lunches, 50 dinners, a bunch of breakfast recipes, how to deal with caregivers and babysitters. I just cannot say enough about the resources that I got from just that bundle, let alone they have an app as well and an Instagram account, Solid Starts, and I can look on that app if I'm like, oh man, I have this eggplant. How do I feed this to him at this stage? You literally go in their database, look up eggplant, and it'll show you recipes, how to serve it for each age range, videos of other kids watching it, which I thought was incredibly beneficial. And I'm never in the dark about how to feed my baby. And I love that about this brand and about this app. I'm not sponsored at all, but if you want to sponsor me, that's great. But I love this brand so much, and I cannot say enough about the benefits that I have gotten from purchasing that bundle and using the app. The app is free. If you want to track your child's food, which is also a feature in the app, you can pay a little bit of money. But honestly, I say go for it, because if you want to track like allergens or anything like that, it's just such a great resource to have. So if your kid is starting solids as well, I definitely recommend looking into them. Okay, moving right along. The changing category, not much has changed from the changing category. We're still using the Nora's Nursery cloth diapers. The inserts are still the same, the bamboo ones from the last video, and we are using Honest Company diapers. So if you want to see more details about that and like how we clean our cloth diapers and stuff, make sure to watch that video, the 3 to 6 months. Yeah, the only thing I'll say about that is like Nora's Nursery has a great online presence. They have a great blog post on how to clean and maintain your diapers, which is what I love, and really good customer service. So we have loved using them so far, and they adjust all the way from newborn 10-pound babies until they are potty trained. So you can have them for your whole baby's childhood, and then use them for the next kid. So I do love this brand, and I can't wait to see like how beneficial they are moving forward into toddlerhood and with changing at this age. Holy crap. quite literally. They do not want to stay still. They do not want their diaper changed. Some parents have to like figure out how to change them standing up. I've taken off diapers while they're standing up, while he's standing up to get him into the tub. But the name of the game for changing your kid's diaper is distraction. So give them something that they haven't played with in a while, or they've never seen before, or just sometimes I just give him the diaper balm, the little tub of it, and he just like looks at that and munches on that. Honestly, anything that'll keep him distracted for more than 5 minutes, I'm like, go for it. You want to munch on that? Fine. That's my only tip for changing. No products, just that. It's 1:30 in the afternoon and I'm still drinking my coffee from the morning. Oh, what a sad day. Next thing is self-care. So, few things under self-care. He had an ear infection during this period of time. He had antibiotics in his system for over a month. This really messed up his system, really messed up his digestive system, and he was pooping like every diaper change, and it was like runny diaper changes. So he obviously got a diaper rash. God, I couldn't think of the name. And we thought it was a yeast infection, like a yeast rash. So we tried everything. It was so painful for him, and I felt incredibly terrible for him. We tried Desitin, we tried the normal diaper balm that we were using, which was Earth Mama, and we tried coconut oil. We did like an apple cider vinegar rinse, tried to be as natural as possible. I really didn't want to, on top of the antibiotics, put another cream with some sort of antibiotic in it. So we tried to do the natural route as much as possible. And it's funny, I got this diaper balm as a gift. It ended up being the most beneficial product that we had to protect his bottom. It was the Burt's Bees Zinc Oxide. Desitin, I think, only had like, I want to say like 15% zinc oxide. Burt's Bees has 40%. So it was like incredibly well at protecting his skin. If you're looking for a zinc oxide cream, I would go for the Burt's Bees one. Honestly, it saved his bottom, and I'm so grateful because it started clearing up as soon as we started using it. The Desitin was not working, and I just threw it away. I couldn't keep it if it wasn't even going to do what it was supposed to do. So the Burt's Bees one has been great for his diaper rashes, and he hasn't gotten a diaper rash since, but when he was pooping like all the time from his antibiotics, that product was incredibly helpful. Okay, so I have joined the bandwagon on this one, and I hope you won't judge me, but we got the nose sucker. The Frida Baby nose sucker. We had the electric one and it was working okay, but then he got a bigger nose, more boogers, and it just wasn't as powerful anymore. It just was not doing the job. And he was incredibly congested, especially when he had his ear infection. So we ended up getting it, and Dean and I actually, my husband, tried it on each other, which was so funny and so disgusting, and you should do it with your partner. It's a great way to laugh. But that thing is so powerful, and you can obviously change how much you suck it, so you won't hurt your child, and you're only supposed to do it on like the very edge. There's a filter, so none of the boogies go in your mouth. And when you're doing it to your child, it's like not as gross. I don't know what, it sounds disgusting, but it's a little thing that you stick in their nose, and a tube is attached with a filter, so nothing would even come out of, like nothing would even come close to my mouth, to be honest. It's mostly that like runny stuff that you're trying to get out, and it was incredibly helpful. When it was running down his face, I would just do a couple of those and he would be clear. So, and it would just help him sleep, it would help him eat, all the things. So we now love this product. We don't use it all the time, but when he was super congested just recently, I used it, and it did the job. It did the job much better than the electric one, which I thought was going to be the less nasty one. But if it's not effective, then I don't want to use it. The next thing for like boogers and sickness and stuff that I have loved is this vapor rub, but it's like the kids version. It's by the brand Zarbee's Naturals Baby Soothing Chest Rub. So it looks like this, and we have loved it. It smells delicious. It's a natural brand, and yeah, this has been really nice, and it has eucalyptus, lavender, and beeswax in it. So if you have a congested child, this is for 2 months and older, I would definitely recommend this product. Okay, my camera was about to die, so she's plugged up. The next couple things are to do with the tub. We got a blow-up travel tub when we went to Florida, and it was so cute. It was a blow-up tub that had a little like harness on it. I don't know what to call that, but it like prevents them from falling forward. It had little frogs on it. So we just packed it up nice and tight in our luggage, blew it up when we got there, and then placed it in the tub, and we were in the tub with him because it was quite a deep tub. Or you can put it on the floor, like whatever you want to do. It has a little stopper on the bottom so you can drain it. You don't have to tip it over every time. And he loved that thing. The harness was like a little bit uncomfortable just because the space where you sit was like a little tight. But I'm sure you could like switch them around, or for girls, maybe it wouldn't matter. But we liked the convenience of it, just blowing it up when we got there, flattening it when we left, and we didn't have to worry about like getting in the bath with him every time, or like getting in the shower with him every time. We could consistently go with his routine, which is we do bath time every night. And yeah, it just kept his routine consistent. So, and he fell asleep quite well. He slept well when we were in Florida. So I'm not gonna say it was the bath, but maybe it was the bathtub. The other thing that we got for this stage, we transitioned out of the bathtub that we were using at home, which was the Moby tub. And I did talk about the mold on it, which we hated about the sling. When he got to 6 months and he could sit up on his own, we took the sling out, and there was really no issues with mold, which was great. But then like we just wanted him to be in a bigger space because he was starting to splash. So we wanted him to spread his legs a little bit more. He was getting a little bit bigger. So we transitioned him out of that bathtub and got a little seat. We weren't quite sure what we wanted to get. We didn't want to just like plop him down and like be in fear of him falling, especially if I had to like go get a washcloth real quick. I didn't want to be in danger of him falling. So we got a little seat, which I'll put a picture of it here, that you can connect to all sides of the bathtub, and it kind of suctions into place. And then they can sit in it. There's plenty of room. There's open parts on every side. And he had the whole bathtub in front of him. So I've seen a couple of people use 2 of them in their bathtubs if they have 2 little kids, or one of them and another kid sits on the other side who doesn't need one of the seats. So it's actually really nice to have for multiple children too. Our bathtub was a little more curved, so if you have a traditional standard size tub, it'll probably fit a little bit better, but we just stuck one of his bath toys, we sacrificed them, in between the suction so that it fit a little bit better. So ghetto. But yeah, we love that seat, and the end stage for them to finish with that seat is 10 months. So he is creeping up on that stage right now. But we used that seat, let's see, from 7 to 10 months. So a good 3-month chunk of that seat, and we'll most likely keep it for our next child. The next thing for the tub is Castile soap. So I don't know if I mentioned this before. We do not use any like baby branded soaps at all. We just feel like they're kind of unnecessary, to be honest. They're cute and they're fun and whatever, but we actually just use Castile soap. We use the unscented baby Castile soap, just a little travel size of it that we refill constantly. That's it. That's all we use on his body, his hair. Because it's so multi-purpose, you don't need a bunch of products like shampoo, and he barely has any hair, to be honest. So we just use that all over his body, and he's good to go, and we love it. The last thing we use for the tub is the little Skip Hop tub toy holder. Bathtub toy holder. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it sits on the shower wall, and it holds all the toys and it can drain all the water because it's a mesh bag, and it has a little handle so you can pick them all up and scoop them and pour them out. I'll show a picture of it right here, but it's super cute. Not that he has like a ton of toys, but it's nice to put everything in there, and then when I don't want to see them, I can just take it out and put it on the floor, because we use our bathtub for his bathtub as well, because our half bath next to, or I guess not a half bath, it's just a bathroom with a shower. We share a tub, and it's nice to be able to just take it out and stick it on the floor when we don't want to see it. All right, the next category is teething. By 7 months, he had 4 teeth, and he just had another one pop in around, I want to say 8 months. It was the one next to the bottom teeth. So we have dealt with teething quite a bit so far, which we actually didn't expect for him to get so many teeth so early, which is crazy. So we have loved, I can't find it, I think it's in the car, but it's a teether that has a handle, but it has a little like bristly part on the top, but he munched on that thing all the time. All the time. That was, I guess, his favorite teether, and it comes with a little case, which is really nice to keep it sanitary, but he loved that thing. He just munched on it forever, and the other teethers were a little bit harder. I guess this was a little bit of a softer silicone, and I guess he just loved it more. I don't know. I didn't ask him, and he can't tell me, so I'm assuming that it's like the softer silicone. Anyway, I'll link it below. The other like thing that I jumped on the bandwagon about was the Mom Bella teether. Looks like this. Looks like a little mushroom, which is so cute. But it's like a softer silicone as well. It can flip up like this. Has a little handle. I think it can suction too to surfaces. But it has a little like nubbin like this that he loves. Especially like if your baby likes to like bite on nipples and things. Not your nipple, oh my god, please. Oh, the bottle nipple, or like little things like that, they might like this one a lot. He really loved this one too. So we did get the teething crackers. I know that that's not something that's like a product, but we did like them for the stages of teething, especially if he didn't want to eat a lot. It was nice to just like give him one of those crackers, especially if he was really fussy, and he would just go to town. He would just go to town. It like dissolves in their mouth, which is really nice. And there's all sorts of flavors. So we knew he liked sweet potato and banana, so we have those ones still, and we don't really use them too much, but sometimes I'll use them as like a rice cracker too. I'll spread some avocado on it, or spread, you know, whatever I want on it, like nut butter, and we use that as like a cracker. So it isn't a good overall product when it comes to teething, but you can also use it for multiple things too, like food and learning how to eat, and also chewing, and also using it as like a dip for other things. Another thing that we got for teething was teething covers for the Ergo Baby. So we have an Ergo Baby wrap. If you don't know what that is, go back to my first, the 0 to 3 or the 3 to 6 month video. They'll be linked below. But we have the Ergo Baby wrap, and there are some covers that you can get for the chest area and also the sleeves, because he started like going like this, like all over the straps, and I was like, nah. And got them all wet. So we got some of those covers for when we went to Florida, because we use the wrap in the parks all the time, and we can attach little teethers to them as well. They have little bungee, little elastics, and it just saved the straps a little bit more. He was able to like munch on the cotton, and then you can snap it off and throw it in the wash. So we got that, and we love it. We got a pack of 2. And the last things that I got for me around teething were some teething necklaces. So we got, I got this one. This one actually came free, but it's like a soft food grade silicone, and they're like little balls here, and then little like thin noodle pieces here. And it's a magnet clasp. like that so it won't choke you. And sometimes I just give him this, but when I'm holding him and he's like trying to reach, he was trying to reach for mugs and all sorts of crap, so I just put this on and give it to him, and he's like distracted when he's teething. And also I just wear this when I just need him to stay still when I'm holding him, or when we're waiting in line for something. It's really nice to have on. So the black and gray one is nice, coordinating with my outfits. And then the other one that I actually purchased was this long one, and you can wear that with, I guess, like lighter colors, but it's like light blue and beige and white, and it has this little ball on the bottom. So again, it's like soft balls that you can just squish on. It's also a magnet clasp, and there's like ribbons in between. So I love this. It's the brand Anji, which I'll link below, and I found them randomly. I just wanted like a nicer brand of teething necklace, because like they're munching on this, they're putting this in their mouth, right? And you're wearing it, so you want it to be stylish, cute, but also really functional and safe. All right, moving to toys and activities. So we actually are still doing the Love Every subscription. So that is the first one. And if you have any questions about that, make sure to, I'll still have it linked below, but watch some of the other videos where I talk about it. I won't go into a lot of detail, but still using them. We get the subscription every 2 months, and the toys are just darling. And we still continue to use the other toys from the other subscription. So it's a amazing value that I hope everyone invests in. So we got some pretty big things for this age range around toys and activities. So the first one was a mirror. We had the mirror before, but we actually put it on the wall this time, and we purchased a bar from Home Depot that we put underneath of the mirror. So it's like a bar on the wall that he can pull himself up on or stand and hold himself, because he was wanting to stand a ton, and we didn't really have anything to hold on to for him. So that was like a great thing for us to install on the wall, because he could just like pull himself up, or could hold himself, and he could view himself in the mirror, and he loved that. So that was a great thing for us to do, and that is something that Montessori suggests. They do suggest a larger mirror on the wall so you can see your whole body, but we didn't have that, and we're in a rental, so pulling up to that like just length size body mirror that we had from Target, which was $5, was perfect. So I recommend doing that for your baby, because them pulling up and standing, it's a skill that they need to practice, and having the mirror with it is perfect. The other thing that we got was a cube unit. So Montessori, you can tell I love Montessori. We're trying to live by the Montessori way with him as much as we can, obviously, but we just really love their practices and their values. So the shelf rotation, the toy rotation, has been very successful. So I'll keep most of his toys in the closet, and then every week to 2 weeks I will rotate all of his toys. So I'll just be very observant about what he's playing with at the moment, and I'll keep some of those out, or things he's working on still. Things that he doesn't really seem very interested in, I will rotate out for something new, and it's like his toys are fresh. And my mom told me, she's like, man, I wish I did this. I wish I did this with you guys, because I had just all the toys out all the time. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming, and you get tired of toys quicker. And it's nice when you haven't seen something for a while, just in general, and you see it again and you're like, oh man, I missed this thing. Oh man, I forgot I had this. So I'm sure it's the same for babies too. So I definitely recommend a toy rotation of some sort. We do it on a low cube unit. I put some bumpers on it too, so that he can just crawl up and grab whatever toys he wants to from the bottom shelf, and he can play on his own. So again, instilling some independence and making sure he doesn't have too many toys out through that process. And the last big thing was our play mat. So again, he was starting to sit up, he was starting to crawl, he was more likely to fall. So we have hardwood through this apartment, and we needed like a foam matte. We got ours off Etsy. I'll link them below, but it looks like this. It's super cute and it blends in with our furniture. So we have like black and white elements and gray in our apartment, and it matches that really well. So it puts together like a puzzle, and it has little borders. We've recently had to take the borders off because he knows how to take them off and chew on them, so now it's just the puzzle. But we love it. We use it all the time, and we keep it in front of our TV unit in our living room all the time. A few like toy highlights, shout outs that we have loved during the 6 to 9 month period was this little rolling beat. I don't know if I talked about this in the last video, but if I did, I'm so sorry. But this is so cute. You turn it on. But when he was learning how to crawl, he chased this around and it made a bunch of noise. And even when you don't have it on, it still makes noise. And it just continues to roll. So they have to constantly be going after it. I'll probably put this out again because he's really crawling now. Not on hands and knees, but like army crawling. And he just goes a lot faster. So we have loved this. It encourages crawling, and it's such a popular skip hop toy. And I can see why. The other shout out that I will give is to this little book right here. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. The Pout Pout Fish. I was like, what is so great about this book? And we got it, read through it. First of all, it's like a tongue tie because the words and the rhymes are kind of hard. But he loves this book, loves it, and the ending is just so unexpected and so cute, and he laughs every time. So we love the Pout Pout Fish book and see why so many kids love it. So if you know, you know. And the last two things are music related. So he is still listening to the Bluey album in the car, still Cocomelon, sometimes Frozen 2, but we are obsessed with Bluey now. First of all, love that show. It's so cute. When we're in a pinch, or like if we have my mom over or whatever, he'll watch a few or an episode or something. He's really not too interested in TV. We'll play that. They're little 15-minute episodes. And then the album is super cute too, and we'll just stick it on in the car, and the tunes are just so fun. They're not like normal kids songs, so you can kind of bounce along to it as a parent as well. And the lyrics are just so funny. I mean, these kids from Australia just crack me up. And the other thing is his music class. So we've talked about it before, I'm pretty sure in the 3 to 6 month video, but he is still going to music class and just absolutely adores it. He's learning sign language, he's learning a bunch of movement and hand-eye coordination. He's learning from other children, older and smaller, the same age. And there's just so much learning going on and so much social interaction, and he just adores it now. So he knows when we're going, he knows when we're there, and he's just so into it. Just touches everything, and just, I'm so glad that we're investing in this, because if you can invest in anything for your child, let it be something like this. Music is incredibly beneficial for their brain and development, and there's some movement going on, so it's not like they're just stagnant, and they're connecting with other kids. So if you can put your child in something like that, do it. It has been great for us, and a way to waste some time for mama. All right, just 2 more categories real quick. The next one is clothes. Not too much in clothes. Like I said in the last video, we use a lot of consignment shops like Kid to Kid or Once Upon a Child for all of our clothing. And if there's anything I need to pick up on the way, like onesies or socks, I'll do that on Amazon or Target or something like that. So not too much to do with clothes. The 2 things that I will mention is a little ball cap that we got for Florida, and we love it. Let me grab it. All right, it's by the brand Keeper Sheep. It's like a really soft, oh, this is 100% cotton. Great. So this is our 6 to 12 month size. We did have a 3 to 6, but this is our bigger one. It's the exact same one, but bigger, just because we loved it so much. So this will grow into him throughout the summer, and we're stoked about it. It's like really, really soft for them, but very protective, and it's this light gray color. So if a girl wants to use it in the future, she can. Just very, very cute with the elastic on the back. and we got them from Amazon as well. The last thing I'll say about clothes are these little shoes. We got these off Amazon. They're size 1. They're just a regular white sneaker, and we got these for Florida as well, just because he wasn't really walking yet, but he wanted to stand up, so we had these on him for when he wanted to stand up on the concrete or something in the parks. So they just Velcro like this, and they have a nice big tongue, and he is just growing out of these now, and they're size 1. He has really tiny feet. And I'll talk about the next shoes that we purchased in my next video, but these have been so great for like the park, walking in the playground. I mean, he has worn these out. All right, and the very last category, I will try to be quick here. I'm so happy that he's still sleeping. The first video without him, wow. The cover for our shopping cart. So we wanted something that went over the shopping cart little seat. We didn't put him in until probably 8 months, where he could like really sit up on his own and just, you know, get really involved in what was going on in the store. So we got a cover for that. It fits all carts. It's like humongous, and it fits onto the Target cart, which is I think the biggest cart out there. But it has all these little pockets like for a water cup, and these little elastics for little things like toys and teethers that you can put on them. There's a little plastic cover in the front for a phone. We don't really do screens right now, and probably won't too much in the future, but there is that option, which is great, and it has its own little strap, and it's just really comfortable. So we have loved it. I'll try to link it below. Here's a picture of it here, and we love it. When we were traveling to Florida, we took our personal stroller because we didn't want to buy a travel stroller, which we do regret in some ways, but we were kind of strapped for cash at that time, so it didn't really make sense to get a stroller for just that trip. So we got 2 travel bags for the gate check, for our stroller and our car seat. And they weren't the ones that were red that say gate check on them that everybody else had. They were like one step above that, where they have straps. There's a little drawstring. You can write your last name on it. There's like handles on it too, and backpack straps, and they're black. Wow, I'm so glad we got these because they were so helpful in the airport, going through security and bagging it up at gate check, and it looked like no one else's bag, so no one grabbed our bag on accident, because that happened with the red one to someone else. So I'm so glad we did not have that one, because I was real close to getting that one. Anyway, these were also on Amazon. They were I think like 20 bucks each, which is kind of pricey, but again, you're gonna have it for the life of your baby's traveling experiences, so you might as well invest in it, because if you travel a lot and travel with those things, they are very, very helpful. And the very last thing in the on the go is not for him, but for me. It has been a fanny pack. As soon as I was toting him up and down the stairs without the car seat, because he got so gosh darn heavy, I was holding him and I needed to grab my things very quickly: keys, mask, wallet, and phone. So I kept them in my little Lululemon fanny pack, and that is like my holy grail now. That's my purse. That's all I wear, and it is a life changer. So I was having everything in the diaper bag, but that did not work for me. So I had to have it strapped on my body, because I am, again, a solo parent. We live on a third-story walk-up apartment, and there was no way I was gonna survive with like a purse and a bag, a backpack, and holding him and any other crap that we had. So that is my on-the-go tip for this age, is getting a fanny pack. Lord Jesus, it has been so helpful. And just like the other videos, I'm just going to touch on 2 things that I actually already mentioned in the beginning of this video that I did not like or don't like very much, are not my favorites, are the mushy products. I don't know what to say. I really wanted to love them. They were very pricey and they're very aesthetically pleasing, but unfortunately for the Stoke high chair that we have, not functional. I think if we were suctioning things to like our countertop, like that would have been really helpful. But the Stoke high chair has just like a very hard plastic tray, just like any other high chair, and they just don't suction to it. So they are going to send us new ones, just in case there is something wrong with these, but I just don't see them working any better. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on that. But the Easy Peasy brand is really popular, so we might get more of those for the future. We did get the plate version, and it just doesn't quite fit the Stoke high chair setup. But I think it will be really nice for just regular dining room situation. And then the bib, like I said, it broke when we had it on the top rack of the dishwasher, and that was also kind of disappointing. So love Mushy and love all their prints and everything, but just have not been too impressed with their products, but very impressed with their customer service, I will say. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You have made it to the end of this video. Congratulations. If you have a 6 to 9 month old, or you have that age range coming up for your baby, you probably did watch this whole video, because I was one of those people too, that wanted to just learn about all the things people were using and top products and all of that. So, but if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so that I know you love it, and I'll try to create more baby and mom videos. I will be creating more perfectionism and self-love videos, which is what I specialize in. I am an integrative nutrition health coach, and that is what I help women with. So stay tuned for those types of videos, just trying to get that mom content out of the way while my baby is still this age and it's still relevant. So thanks for tuning in, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.